Hello, everyone. In Hartman's 2008, the progressive approach to education during the mid 20th century sought to integrate life skills into the curriculum, often discussing real world issues such as marriage, relationship, and social behavior. This approach was particularly evident in Illinois and Michigan's curriculum, which incorporated social guidance films and discussions about adolescence, social interactions, and personal development. While I appreciate the intent behind these educational efforts, I agree with Hartman's critique that such an approach may have been an overreach. The curriculum was often framed around white, bourgeois, gendered Protestant norms, shaping students into a particular societal mode rather than encouraging critical thinking or diverse perspectives. One could argue that this approach helped to normalize societal expectations and create a more cohesive national identity. However, many students did not see the direct economic or personal benefits from this education, which competed with their more immediate needs, such as securing jobs or military service. As noted in the text, high school attendance was far from universal. Only about 7 out of 10 teenagers enrolling and only a half graduating. This suggests that for many students, vocational and financial stability took precedence over an education that felt disconnected from their lived realities. Do we see this type of curriculum today? Not in the same way. While some schools integrate life skills into the curriculum, vocational training and career readiness programs are not as prominent in standard public education. Instead, what I notice is education has become more specialized and stratified when students attend schools based on affordability, interests, and parental resources. This results into different types of curricula being offered to different students depending on their social economic statuses and school funding. Illinois and Michigan's focus on personal problems, relationships, and social guidance films is somewhat reflected in today's social emotional learning programs. However, the scope and implementation vary widely based on schools and districts and educational priorities. After reviewing the module notes, I find that many concerns from the mid 20th century still persist in today's educational system, though they manifest in different ways. For example, Benjamin Fine's assessment of school conditions noted a lack of adequate resources such as textbooks, papers, and classroom supplies. While modern schools may not face the same level of scarcity, resource distribution remains unequal, particularly between wealthy and underfunded public schools. Another persistent challenge is teacher shortages and high turnover rates, which were once a problem in the past and still continue today. The lack of competitive pay, decline in prestige of the profession, and increasing administrative demands contribute to teacher attrition. Additionally, the pressures of standardized testing and accountability measures have shifted the focus away from individualized learning toward performance metrics. Regarding student preparation, in the 1950s, debate about college readiness remains relevant. Concerns about students being underprepared for higher education continue. Many students enter college struggling with fundamental academic skills. Reading comprehension and critical thinking are areas where students still need remediation upon entering college, demonstrating concerns over academic rigor and preparation have persisted for decades. One significant shift, however, is in teacher professionalism and public scrutiny. In the past, debates around professionalism were often centered on content knowledge and instructional methods and teacher behavior. But today, however, social media presence and personal choices can impact a teacher's career dramatically. One misstep on social media or in the classroom can lead to public backlash or job loss, demonstrating a shift in how teacher professionalism is viewed and enforced. So while these progressive education movement, while the progressive progressive education movement aimed to address real world challenges, his approach was limited by societal norms and economic realities. Today, we still struggle with student preparation, access to quality education, and vocational training options. Additionally, the shift toward individualism in education continues to shape how students learn, sometimes at the expense of community driven educational models. These historical debates remind us that education is always evolving, influenced by cultural, political, and economic factors. The question remains, though, how can we ensure educational system that balances academic rigor, life skills, and equitable opportunities for all of our students?